Virgo, you have not a flower. Vulnerability. I love this card. I love these cards because they're so layered. There's so much more to it. There's so much more. Like, for instance, here, right? Not a flower, vulnerability. So this is not talking about being, just a flower. This is talking about being delicate at times. This is talking about, uh, being pollinated, rejuvenating. It sometimes, the world relies on you to replenish, and at other times you're delicate and you need pruning and you need to be paid attention to. So again, lots of layers right here with this vulnerability, and we'll need to see where that fits here, because that tells me that for some of you, this is you kind of spreading your seed and you telling the world what you want and telling this other energy, what you want, if you want anything from them. Or, on the twist side, taking care of yourself and being vulnerable and not allowing anything to bring you down. So let's see what's going on. I read your sign over here. I read the other energy over here. It can be completely reversed, and cross-watchers are welcome. Please just be kind about the sign that I'm reading for. So Virgo, I'll start with you, your head and your heart. In your head, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and in your heart you have the Eight of Swords. Now, the interesting thing here is the Ace of Pentacles is new. It's a new beginning. Now, can this be a new beginning with somebody from the past? Yes, but the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity, okay? And it's prosperous. So there's an opportunity coming your way, whether it's from the past or not, we'll see here eventually. It could be past, it could be somebody new, could be both. But the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity coming in. Now, what's interesting, though, is in your heart, you have the Eight of Swords. That tells me there's potentially somebody coming in who wants your attention that's new, and somebody from the past who wants your attention as well. Because the Eight of Swords is a feeling of trapped, but it's self-imprisonment. Nobody's keeping you there. You're either trying to move forward from the past with somebody new, but you just can't let go of the past, or somebody from the past is coming in and you're trying to move on to somebody new. So there's a big conflict here, Virgo, this month in what you want to do. But the opportunity is there, and it feels like the opportunity is there for both of them, and they both could possibly be prosperous. Now, over here in this energy, they're in their head and their heart. They have the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands. So the Two of Wands is goals. Which direction am I going? What do I want to do? Where am I headed? It almost seems like they're a little lost without you, because the Six of Wands in their heart is pride, success, achievement, and they felt that with you. And now it's almost as if they're doing this alone and they're not quite sure where they're going, which direction they're going. It feels very much like they don't want to do this without you, especially with the Four of Cups energy down here. They feel like they're wasting their time, or maybe they took for granted what you had to offer here. So again, this person is really trying to figure out what their goals are, where they're going, what's the next step, what's the next direction. But here they really want to feel good about it. They want to feel happy about it. And for some reason, it feels as though they're not in a very happy place. And it does feel as though they're not in a very happy place without you, Virgo. Now, you have the Five of Cups and the Moon card in your present position. The Five of Cups is a loss, some sort of sadness, some sort of feeling of grief. The Moon card is a feeling of either deception or confusion. The Moon card is Pisces cards. You could be dealing with a Pisces or have Pisces placements in your chart. It can also represent Cancer, so you could have Cancer placements or be dealing with a Cancer. But the Moon card, like I said, is some sort of confusion. It's not being able to see. I always use the same example. You're in the woods. The only light you have is the moon. And there's a giant, dark spot in front of you. And you can't figure out, is that a boulder I can walk around? Or is that a freaking bear that's going to eat my feet? And so there's confusion here. You're not sure which direction to travel. And I feel like you have an opportunity to go either way. But you're still feeling the hurt. The Five of Cups is a sadness. It is a grief. It's a sense of loss. So you do feel loss about this person. But at the same time, and that goes very well with this vulnerability. 1 minute you're showing your vulnerable side and you're saying, I do feel hurt. I am kind of mourning the loss of this person. But at the same time, you're not just vulnerable, you're also very capable. And the Moon card talks about, you're not willing to move forward with something that doesn't feel right or doesn't seem right. Or, you're here to kind of take on any energies that don't fit in, or any energies that aren't going to give you this loving outcome. I'm closing up shop. I'm only here to, to pollinate and rejuvenate, right? Now they have the Four of Cups and the Queen of Cups in their present situation. As I said, the Four of Cups is a taken advantage of, or feeling, taken for granted. I don't feel like they feel like they're taken for granted of. I feel like they took for granted the situation they had. So the Four of Cups tells me, Virgo, that this person feels as though, you know, I should have seen what was right in front of me this whole time. I should have known what was right in front of me this whole time, because now they feel like I wasted all this time trying to meet other people or talk to other people. Maybe they were with other people, because it feels like there's distance here, but then there's maybe checkups and then disappearance and then checkups and then disappearance, because next to it you have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is very loving, very generous energy, except for the fact that this is kind of mum's the word, which tells me that there's spaces in between here where you guys would talk, then dissipate, then talk, then dissipate. Now the Queen of Cups says there's no rush, there's no need to act hastily, okay, but this is also somebody who, maybe they're checking your social media, maybe, so they're being a little quiet. It's almost as if they're circling back around to you going, oh shit, look what I had, and now I've missed the opportunity. But here it feels as though somebody's watching you, or like they're paying attention, Virgo, to what you're up to. They're interested in, but they're being very quiet again. They're not coming forward and just saying, hey Virgo, I miss you. They're like biding their time. What's interesting here though is you have the Lover's card and the Ten of Cups. Now the Lover's card is an ultimatum. It is love, yes it is, and it's a physicality, but it's also an ultimatum. So this may be you giving somebody an ultimatum, saying, look, if you want me back, this is what we need to do to work on this. This is where we need to go. I need to know that we're on the same page, because the Lover's card, as I said, as though it represents love, you want the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is peace, joy, family. Feels as if these were things that were promised or that were going to happen with this person that did not happen, because here it feels as though it's a reinstatement, if you will, a reignition of this is, reigniting what it is you want. And so whether it's with somebody new or whether it's with somebody from the past, you're kind of trapped between two, because somebody from the past, you already had these conversations, you already wanted this, you already planned on these things with this person, moving in together, having a home together, having possibly kids together, getting married, or whatever it is for you. You had seen all that with this person. So I do feel as though you're looking more towards the past. However, for a lot of you, it's the future is the only way to go, because the past has not, proven themselves. They took advantage of you. They took advantage of a situation, and now they're kind of alone. They're whatever situation they were in or dealing with before, they're no longer in, and you're looking at it as like, oh, well, now you come back, or now I'm the last resort, even though that's not how this person feels. And they're having these moments of you're their bliss, their peace. They feel a sense of peace with you. The Nine of Cups is a peace. It's a bliss. It's a pleasure. They miss the pleasure of being with you. They miss the bliss. There was some sort of contentment here with this person. And they felt it. And now they're circling back around. And yes, I say circling back around because they should have known from the get-go, or they were busy focusing on other things or focusing on themselves. And now they find themselves again wandering alone a little bit here. But they have the Ace of Wands, which says they're finding their passion again, passion for life, passion for romance, and passion for you. So there's something here, Virgo, with this person that I do see, a reignition, something reigniting here between the two of you. But you need to see it. You need to see it at face value. You need to see, not just hear it. Lip service is great, except for when it doesn't hold any value, except for when there's nothing behind it. People can tell you all day long what they want, and you're skeptical. You have skepticism here, but you really did feel as though this was a person that you were going to have. This was kind of, your longevity. This was you're almost like your Ten of Pentacles, your legacy type energy. Isn't this interesting? And one other sign this month has gotten, well, for these reads, for the reconciliation reads, has gotten reconciliation. So Virgo, there's a big chance here that you and this person will reconcile. I mean, look, the Five of Cups is no lie. This is a sadness. This is feeling a sense of grease. I keep saying grease. So I don't know if you're cooking and then all of a sudden I'm thinking about burgers and I'm not even hungry. So I don't know if you're eating a burger or if you're watching Grease. I don't know. But for whatever reason, like I said, this is a sense of grief and sadness and a sense of loss. And they're looking towards you right here, right? I find this interesting. They're looking towards you and you're looking away. So what are they going to do to find your attention? They're going to need to do something to find your attention. But the reconciliation card ultimately means you guys facing each other and coming back together. And I do think there's a possibility with that, because now here you're facing each other a little more. And this person's really facing you. They're saying, hey, Virgo, you know, I'm sorry I ever thought that this wasn't going to work, or I'm sorry that I ever, you know, left the situation. But I think, like I said, the biggest thing is that they're showing you this, because this person seems like somebody who is really good at talking, maybe charming, maybe, you know, is really good at saying what they think needs to be said. But when it comes down to actually proving it or putting that into motion, that's another thing. So just, you know, make sure you can see it and believe it is what you need.